Health experts say type 1 diabetes is on the rise. So joining us to talk about a new device designed to make life easier for adults and children with type 1 diabetes is pediatric endocrinologist Dr. Greg Forlenza and his 15-year-old patient Izzi. Good morning to both of you.
Yes, thank you for having us.
So Dr. Forlenza, what is type 1 diabetes and what goes into managing blood sugars?
Yes, so type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune condition where the immune system destroys the cells in the body that make insulin. And as a result of that, people with type 1 diabetes need to take insulin to both keep their blood sugar stable over time and to cover the sugar in the food that they eat. And so most people with type 1 diabetes will either give multiple injections per day of insulin or wear an insulin pump and monitor their blood sugar either through multiple finger stick tests per day or through wearing a continuous glucose monitor or a blood sugar sensor.
And Izzi, what is your daily experience living with diabetes?
Well, I use the MiniMed 780G insulin pump, which has really saved my life. At school, my parents can monitor my blood sugars through the app, and at home, I can see my blood sugars through the app as well as through my insulin pump. When I'm taking boluses which is taking insulin, I can just put in the amount of food I'm eating, and it gives me the amount based on a whole bunch of different factors, and it tells me my blood sugar all the time because I have CGM, so I can exercise however I want to.
And doctor, what are typical treatment options and what sets the 780G system apart?
Yeah, so thank you for that question. So people with type 1 diabetes have historically done multiple injections per day and multiple finger sticks per day. And so the MiniMed 780G is an insulin pump, so it administers insulin continually to people with type 1 diabetes, and then more insulin when they put in how much sugar is in the food that they eat to cover that meal. It also has a continuous glucose monitor or a sensor, which doesn't require you to use any finger sticks in order to use it, so that reduces burden for people with type 1 diabetes by a lot. But what my team at Barbara Davis Center researches is automated insulin delivery technology, and that's what this system has. And so what it has is a computer program running on it where the program listens to the CGM values and adjusts insulin delivery every 5 minutes in real time in order to avoid both high blood sugars and low blood sugars and keep people with type 1 diabetes having their blood sugar in target range a greater percentage of the time with less work than they were doing beforehand, further reducing the burden of type 1 diabetes and helping them do better with less work and see better outcomes.
And Izzi, how has this system helped in managing your diabetes at meal times, overnight, and throughout your everyday?
Well, I was diagnosed with diabetes in 7th grade, which was during the pandemic, so I was in virtual school. So I had a whole bunch of time to learn how I was managing my diabetes without being in school, which I know most kids aren't as fortunate to have that time. But I really quickly got on the insulin pump because I was in a study, and that helped my family sleep through the nights where we weren't quite sure where my blood sugar was going to go, and it's very reassuring.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.